Greetings to all students and parents from faculty of JARS Academy. This is another video update about NEET JEE Crash Course 2025. This will be held after CBSE board exam in March 2025. And that's our faculty. There are 4 teachers handling 4 different subjects. Mr. Jacob will be teaching mathematics. He's a former teacher of ICSK Senior. Mr. Austin will be teaching physics. He's a faculty of ICSK Senior. Mr. Rashid is a former faculty of chemistry in DPS Kuwait. Myself, Soji, I was head of the department in ICSK Senior, currently full-time teaching biology outside the school. And our location is at Al Tawoun Institute, which is opposite to Azizia Bookshop, besides Senior School, Salmiya. It's in Block 10, Salmiya. It's easy to find the place. We'll be sending you the locations once we before starting the class. Look at the dates of JEE and NEET. NEET, JEE dates are yet to be announced. We are waiting for that. But if you look at last year's dates, you can see. No, remember, JEE is an exam which is held twice a year. It happens in one session in Jan, second session in April, right? So JEE happens twice. And here you can see that session 1 this is session 2. Session 1 in 2024 was in January and February 1st, 24th January and 1st of February. And session 2 was between 1st of April and 15th of April. So we expect even this year, the exam will be on these dates. Okay, we'll be focusing on the April exam. And remember, JEE exam is computer-based. It's not paper pen test. NEET exam, that's the third one. NEET exam in 2024 was on 5th May. And this is like a pen paper test, but there are rumors that even NEET could be held in 2 phases as a computer-based test. But we are not clear about the decision of NTA. We're waiting for the final decision from NTA. And what's the eligibility to write NEET exam or even JEE? The candidate should, for NEET exam, it's mainly for NEET exam, he should at least appear in class 12 board exam with chemistry, physics, biology or biotechnology and English. If it's for JEE, instead of biology, he should be taking math and English subjects. And if you are in general category, you should score 50% aggregate, means total, not subject-wise. Your total marks should be 50% or more. And if you're in reserve category, it's 45% or even 40%. And they must complete 17 years. That means the candidate should be born before December 31st, 2008, or he should attain this age by 31st, 2025. And one more important aspect, those who are planning to study in India must qualify NEET. But if you are planning to study abroad, even those candidates must qualify NEET. Now the question is why? In case you want to come back to India to practice, this is mandatory for those doctors who will be coming back to India for practice. So remember, if you're planning to study in India or abroad, you must qualify for the NEET exam 2025. All parents and students must keep themselves updated with this website. It's National Testing Agency. They conduct these exams. And for the NEET, it's like NEET NTA online. Just Google NTA NEET, you'll get the site. We will be updating you about every development related to exam. But for online filling of application, you must register in this site. Okay. When talking about filling the application, you must have your Aadhaar ready, updated, okay, an Indian mobile number preferably. Okay. And last few years in Kuwait, we have exam center. And in Kuwait, exam is conducted by Embassy of India. Last 2 years, it was in Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan. So if you're uh, if you are a student living in Kuwait, no need to go to India for coaching. We will provide you intensive coaching. Exam center is here. So you feel at home all the time. You won't miss your family. You feel like you're just going to school and writing another exam. Let's look at the NEET subjects and the mark distribution. These are the subjects for the NEET exam. Okay. Mr. Jacob will be updating you about the J exam. These are the subjects: physics, chemistry, and this is biology. Okay. And look at physics. In physics, there are a total of 35 plus 15. That means a total of 50 questions. Okay. There are a total of 50 questions. And these 50 questions are divided into two sections, Section A and Section B. In Section A, there are 35 questions. All the 35 questions are compulsory. A student must answer all the 35 questions. And each answer carries a weightage of 4 marks. So that makes it 140 marks for Section A. Section B has 15 questions, and a student must answer only 10 questions. That means 10 times 4, 4 marks per answer. That's 40 marks. If a student answers all the 15 questions, they will mark only the first 10 questions. And this is the mark distribution for physics. Similarly, in chemistry, there is Section A and Section B. Section A has 35 questions, 4 mark each, 140 marks. And Section B has 15 questions, okay? And that's again 40 marks. But the total number of questions is 50. Out of 50, they're answering only 40 questions. Only 40 questions should are answered. And even here, only 40 questions are answered. Only 40 questions are answered. Remember this. Come to biology. The greatest advantage of biology is that biology itself has two papers, one for botany, second one for zoology. Botany is a study of plants, okay? And zoology is a study of animals, right? And, these subjects are from class 11 and 12. So all the chapters of class 11 and 12 are divided into two papers, botany and zoology. In botany, there is section A and B, and in zoology, there is section A and B. And both carries the same weightage, like the physics and chemistry. Look at that. 35 times 4 mark each answer gives 140. And here you have to answer only 10, 10 times 4, 40 marks. Again in zoology, 35 times 4, 140, 10 times 4, 40 marks. So altogether, if you look at only botany, look at the botany. Botany itself carried 180 marks. Zoology itself carried 180 marks. That means only biology can give you 360 marks out of 720. That's 50% of the total score. You can see that the total score is 720. Both physics and chemistry is 360, but biology alone is 360. So if a student focus only on biology and get full marks in 360 or 360, and imagine someone has difficulty in physics, numericals, So if he does only selective answering of the questions, and in chemistry, again, selective answering of questions, it's easy to score around 500 marks. And if you work a little bit harder, it's easy to score more than 600. So for NEET candidates, I strongly suggest you must focus more on biology. That doesn't mean you ignore physics and chemistry, but the most weightage, 360 out of 720, is for biology. That's huge number of marks. And how the marks are awarded. For every correct answer, student will be given 4 marks, as I mentioned earlier. But there is negative marking. If you make a mistake, a wrong answer, you will be deducted 1 mark. And similarly, if you give more than one response, one question has only one answer, no two answers. In case you put two responses, that's another negative mark. Unanswered questions do not carry any marks. And these are the passing criteria. It's very easy to qualify in the NEET exam. Look at the parameters. They call this percentile, and there's a formula to calculate percentile using that. It's a rank percentile they consider, right? It's a calculation based on number of qualifying candidates and candidates who score the highest marks and so on. Okay, they have a formula to do this. So that's percentile. It's not percentage. Okay, and 50th percentile is a passing mark. How much is 50th percentile? 162. 162 marks out of 720. In 2023, it was 132. And it keeps varying. This updated version, after all the, you know, uh, scandals and everything of last year's NEET, it was originally 135, and now it's 162. So for you are unreserved category, it's a general category. This is the general category. Candidates who belong to general category, if they score 162 out of 720 in 2024, they could have passed. So that's the 50th percentile. But remember, it's just a pass. It qualifies you for the exam. Like class 12 exam, it's another certificate. Every biology student who aspires to become to be a professional in medical field should have. Okay, it's mandatory for if you're studying in India for any medical course, studying abroad for any medical related course, you must qualify NEET exam. And to get into the rank list, you must have 600 plus. Okay, we'll come to that in another update. Now, how to prepare? The crash course is only in March. Now, this is the month of October. So, how the students prepare themselves? For NEET exam, the book they use to source the question is NCERT textbook. And for biology, a student must read it many times. So while preparing for the school exams, read the NCERT book over and over, prepare notes, and memorize the sentences. Every tiny things. Preferably use a new textbook because there are some deletions in the syllabus. So if you must use a new textbook to prepare for the school exam. As you're preparing for the school exam using NCERT textbook, that's more than enough. And anything extra concepts you need to know, we will explain in our crash course. No need to attend any online coaching. I strongly recommend students to read the textbook, NCERT book, several times. Even for physics and chemistry, if you focus on NCERT textbook and some reference book, those things the physics and the chemistry teachers will tell you, but I'm not authorized to talk about physics and chemistry. But regarding biology, You don't have to buy any other extra reference. This is enough. So during crash course, we will be giving you specific notes for each chapter. I'll be giving you specific notes for each chapter, summarized notes. Soon after the exam, it's fresh in your mind. So the need notes will be easy to learn and memorize. And followed by that, in the class, we will be doing from every chapter, maximum number of MCQ. Okay, we'll be giving you printout and we'll do them together. After this, there are other types of questions, assertion, reasoning. We'll be discussing that. And after every lesson, the next day, we will have a test on MCQ. So we'll be providing you the material, study material. We'll be testing you regularly. And periodically, we have big test, mock exams to prepare you for the final exam. So wish you all the best. Okay. Until next video, thank you very much and see you soon.